This week, Obi and his team touched down in Toronto. Obi is planning on selling some of his spectacular cars at one of the biggest car auctions in Canada.
36.
Meanwhile, Gidi's in Martin, Michigan, where he's once again trying to break the GTR quarter-mile world record. One thing's for sure, Gidi's no quitter.
I want that record really bad.
Today, Obi's in Gatineau, at his garage. And let me remind you, it's a big, big garage. Obi's personal car collection contains over 50 outstanding cars and is worth over $20 million. Today, Obi's expecting a visit from John Scotty. With 9 dealerships, John is one of Canada's biggest car dealers.
Paul Bryan, nice to meet you.
John has been an inspiration for me for the last 20 years.
Hey, John.
Morning, Olivier. How are you?
How are you?
Thank you. Nice to see you.
Same here. How was the road?
Very good.
Yeah?
Thank you. Very beautiful place.
John definitely wanted to come and visit us when he heard that we were bringing 8 cars to the Toronto auction. So for him, of course, as a car buyer and seller, if he's able to put his hands here on the cars before they go to the Toronto auction, there's so many advantages to that. You know, he has the first pick. Also, we did not advertise the car and its price, so he did the right thing to do.
What car were you deciding to bring at the auction?
So we're bringing, Paul, you want to go through the list?
The blue Charger.
Never.
Obi wants to freshen up his collection, so he's selling about 10 cars at the Toronto auction. His ultimate goal is to have mostly exotic cars in his showroom.
You know that car?
Absolutely.
I bought it from you.
Yes.
You know that car?
Absolutely.
I bought it from you.
Yes. There must be some more.
Today was a first because now it's John coming to us to buy some cars.
I bought 2 69 Camaros. I bought a 67 Hemi Coronet, and I bought a 70 Roadrunner, and I bought an 09 SLR convertible.
Out of the 5 cars that he bought today, 3 of them actually were his, that I bought from him in the past. That's really interesting because the message is what? That those cars were good cars. You know, because you don't buy back a car that you just wanted to flush.
You really got some nice stuff here. Extremely nice.
You know the Copo over here in the corner?
Yes, sir. You never started that, right?
You told me never to start it.
No, that's right.
Never start the Copo. We're going to get in trouble.
It would be nice to start it now with all these people if you had gas. You want to hear noise?
I want to hear noise.
Okay.
I mean, I never heard it.
The car, when I bought it from him, he told me, Obi, never start the car. Because if you don't do it the right way, then the car will basically depreciate.
Obi decides to let John start his Copo for the very first time, because he knows John can do it without damaging the engine.
It's a collection car. It's a beast. You know, it's like 1,100 horsepower.
Yeah.
Beautiful car.
This is like raw power.
As you may remember, while Gidi was in Wisconsin, he tried to beat the GTR quarter-mile world record. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to reach his goal. So his girlfriend, May, got him a little consolation prize.
I got a little surprise for you.
Supply?
Yeah, for you.
It's a cool pair of gloves. Maybe they'll bring him luck during his future races. To achieve his goal, Gidi has once again rented out a track for his own personal use, this time in Martin, Michigan. Unfortunately for our diamond dealer, his girlfriend May wasn't able to come and cheer him on during his quest for a world record.
So the world record is 720. My best time, and it was at the last time when we were at the track, it was 752. But again, we were at medium power. We have a lot more to go. This time we'll push it a lot harder, and I think we can reach that 720. We'll see. I'm hopeful. Everybody's excited. I just can't wait to do it. I want that record really bad, so we're hoping to do it this time. The weather's a little bit hot, but we're still going to be okay.
After several months of waiting and after blowing tens of thousands of dollars, Gidi has every intention of getting some bang out of his bucks. And for that, he'll have to beat the world record. Wow, 7.73 seconds for a trial run is really good. It's a very promising start. Always true to his habits, OB arrives in Toronto on a private jet. He's off to a very popular Canadian car auction. OB is planning on selling some cars there. Meanwhile, Haig's already on site. He and his crew are getting OB's cars ready. They really need to turn heads for the auction.
Two Ford pickups, all of them beautiful. Reasonably modified, custom cars. I really like the blue Chevelle. I like the color, I like the interior. It's a really nice build. It's a full nut and bolt restoration.
The Toronto car auction has become a tradition for OB and his team. You can really come across some rare gems here.
It's a big auction. Every year we see nice cars that can go from $100,000 to $500,000 on the block. So very well-known auction. A lot of cars here, a lot of car enthusiasts. So the car's got to be immaculate. The paint's got to be glittering.
OB Prestige cars have an excellent reputation at this auction, and there's no way OB's going to let that reputation slide. That's why his team is working so hard to leave nothing to chance.
We're pretty confident that we're going to be selling most of the cars that we brought here.
While OB's selling cars at the Toronto auction and Gidi's trying to beat a world record, Jadi's chilling with his pals in his Vancouver garage.
Lowell, he's just a bit busy. He's always working. He's a workaholic. Sean, being one of my close friends, Paul as well. We're kind of a family here. And in that sense, the business runs good.
Unlike OB and Gidi, Jadi doesn't just let others tinker with his cars. He's more of an old-school grease monkey, hanging out with his pals in his garage. The AMS crew found a new configuration for Gidi's car. Combined with the lucky gloves May gave him, this could be Gidi's winning run. Gidi just can't catch a break. Once again, his GTR is acting up.
Something happened. I felt that it wasn't smooth.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it was traction control for the first half of the track. You heard it pop up this thing like that? That's traction control.
And this time, it looks like a serious problem.
This was the first time we ran on that tweak, so it took too much of the power out. When the traction control comes in, it keeps it like up, 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 and it cuts the power each time. There was also a lot of vibration.
Really?
Like something was vibrating.
Vibrating.
To make matters worse, it's getting very hot on the track. That could really slow down Gidi's GTR.
So it might work out. Later we go. The sun goes out a little bit, pulls the track off.
It's hotter than shit.
It's the second day of the auction, and today, OB's cars will go on sale. OB really hopes to part with a few old models so he can make room in his garage for some new exotic cars.
Plot SP 120, 1939 Mercury Roadster.
All right, here we go. I can take you people to 75,000. I can take you people to 65, take you 70. Close it, close. Reserves off.
Bell.
Reserves off. How about 27,500? Ain't no one to do it at 28,500. 6257.
The last, no, you got a Toyota. Yeah, the last one is for the charity.
OB's last car, a Toyota Supra, is about to make its entrance. OB has decided to donate all the proceeds of the sale to the Gatineau Children's Hospital. In Martin, Michigan, all the members of the AMS team focused their efforts for Gidi's last run with the Nissan GTR. Unfortunately, the results just weren't there. Even worse, the car's starting to lose some parts. They may be small parts, but it still makes all the difference. In this unbearable heat, the GTR simply can't perform to its fullest potential. The mechanics are trying to lower the temperature of the engine, but it's still overheating. Another attempt at the world record might blow it.
Honestly, it just doesn't make sense right now. The track is not there. If the track was there, I would take the chance and push the car and take the chance if it blows up, but the track is not there. It's just not worth beating up the car and not getting anywhere. You just have to cut your losses when you know that we're not gonna be able to get the record here. The track has to be there, the car has to be perfect. I have to make no mistakes, and that's how we get the record. And I'm confident that we will get the world record. There's no doubt in my mind that we will get it. It's just a matter of time, and it'll happen. The money doesn't bother me as much. It's the flight home that is usually the hardest. When we don't achieve something that we set out to do, I have 6 hours to go back home on the plane and think about the failure. So usually the flight back is the hardest for me.
On a more positive note, OB's Toyota Supra is now ready to make its entrance on the auction block.
All the proceeds from the sale of this exciting sports car will be donated to the Gatineau Hospital Children's.
On va peut-être être capable de voir c'est une personne qui a un gros cœur, qui va donner un petit peu plus sur qu'est-ce que la voiture vaut.
$6,000 on it. I get 5,000, 11,000. Rolled out of here. I get maybe 12,000. Let me able to 12. All the proceeds. 12, 13. I get 12, able to 13. Help the children. Give me 13, sir. I get 12, able to 13, 5, 13, 5, 14, 10,000. You're buying a car today, 14. The reserves off, 14,000. 13, 5. So 14.5, you got a can. 14.5.
That's a generous donation for the Children's Hospital. In the end, OB was able to sell 5 of the 7 vehicles he brought to the auction.